That is true. That it might have been like the popes might have been political reasons. I'm sure that Pope Alexander VI had many was more like political, but even if that was true, wouldn't it demonstrate that the church leaders, namely the Pope, the Vatican, including its priests, all its earthly human authorities, cannot be necessarily trusted in their implementation of morality?
In some cases.
That they can be wrong.
Well,
that no one is infallible.
I would argue, no one's infallible.
Oh.
I would argue that the church has probably done much more to restrain human evil than it has to support it. In fact, there aren't very many examples of it supporting it.
Inquisition.
No, the Inquisition was a product of the Spanish state, and if you look at the history, you'll see what the church did was really restrain the state against killing more people. Now they should have. You've got to remember too that this happened after the bubonic plagues, and society was just collapsing, and it wasn't that necessarily stable. But this mythology that the church created, this Inquisition to burn witches and heretics at the stake, is just mythology. Okay, now I'm not asking you to take my word for it. I'm asking you to take an objective look outside of atheist polemics at that situation. Okay.
Well, I mean, another example of that is the Crusades. People often say that the Crusades, as ordained by the papacy, basically gave the Crusaders free rein to pillage, loot, and kill in Muslim lands, when in reality the papacy was very concerned to try to minimize the effects outside of military campaigns. And I mean, there's the notorious case of the sack of Constantinople in 1204, where Catholics end up attacking Orthodox. The Pope, much as he said, well, we're glad Constantinople is part of the church again, nevertheless actually condemned and excommunicated the Crusaders for going against the order and for actually attacking Byzantium. So that's another thing, that in our culture we believe that the Catholic Church gave sanction to just running riot and pillaging and running amok in the Middle East, but that's just not true from a historical point of view.